Hello my loves, welcome back to Lavendaire. It is time for another Plan With Me video. I've decided to just be really casual with these videos. They're more like an update on my life while we plan together, okay? I have my Artist of Life workbook right here and I just wrote, my highlights for April. To be honest, I haven't been keeping up every single month, so I need to go backwards and fill out like quarterly review, all those other things in the workbook. If you are new here, this is our planning series where I will help us reflect on the past month and plan for the next month with the goal of always being aligned to creating our dream lives. By the way, if you haven't heard, we just launched some new products on the Lavendaire shop. We have the new Bloom hardcover notebooks. They are just blank notebooks that are beautifully decorated with like a floral photo and a gentle reminder, positive affirmation on the cover. There are 3 versions and 2 paper types, lined and dotted. We also launched the new TBH deck. This is a deck of cards with 120 prompts designed to deepen your relationship with yourself and with others. So you can use them to guide your journaling sessions, or you can use them with other people to spark a deeper conversation, get more honest, get more vulnerable, and talk about things that go beyond small talk. I am super excited about this launch. We've been working on it since early last year, so it's been a while in the making. We're calling this the Bloom series, so you can check it out at shop.lavendaire.com. I'll leave the link down below. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to this channel for new videos on personal growth and lifestyle design. All right, so let's jump into it. First, let's review April. Describe April in one word. Rate from 1 to 10 how much you agree with this statement. This month, I took steps to get closer to my goals and dream life. List all of your highlights for April. What is one thing that you learned? What is one thing that you're proud of? Lastly, how can you improve for next month? The bonus question for this month is, what is the biggest thing that you're grateful for this year so far? Moving on, let's plan for May. So set your intention. May will be blank. List your top 3 goals for the month. List any mini goals you might have for the month, so any extra habits or activities that you also want to do. Now make a weekly breakdown for your goals and mini goals. Lastly, put it all in your calendar so that you make sure you make it happen. All right, now it's time for me to share my answers for this monthly review. So April for me in one word was crazy. April just happened to be very packed with a lot of things going on, a lot of work, a lot of events, opportunities. I truly met my limit in April and I really need a break. Like I was at the edge of burnout, like not quite burnt out. Yeah, maybe on some days I was burnt out and I really felt it, but for the most part, I was like, I had a lot of energy because it was like Aries season, spring, it's warm, and I just have more energy in April. But then just so many things happened and I'm like, ooh, I am teetering at the edge of burnout and being okay. So if I were to rate from 1 to 10 how close I was to my dream life, I would say a 9 because I had a lot of great opportunities, met a lot of people that really aligned to either the vibe of the people I want to invite into my life or people that could help me in my career. And it's not a 10 because I really was stretching myself in April. It was almost at the limit. Some highlights from April. The first highlight, I did a very big shoot that I'm really not allowed to talk about yet, but you will know by the end of May what it is because it's gonna be out. So I'll just leave it at that. Like look out for end of May on my channel. You'll probably hear me talk about it when it is announced and it is live. We just launched our new products, the new TBH deck and Bloom notebooks, which I mentioned earlier already. Let me know if you get a chance to check these out on our shop. Let me know which notebook style is your favorite. Comment down below, do you like the gray, yellow, or the peach one? And fun fact, I actually took those photos myself. At least the gray and the yellow are photos that I took at a botanical garden last year. And then the third one is a photo of my arm that I just took at a photo shoot and I really love that photo, so I wanted to use it. I'm also really excited about the TBH deck because it is the first of that type of product on our shop and I'm not really sure how it will do, but I think it's really special and unique and I love the multi-function of it, that you can use it on your own as journaling prompts or you can use it with friends or your family as like an icebreaker. You can even treat it like a game. Like I went to a picnic with my cousin in and we were just answering questions, getting to know each other on a deeper level. Like you can know someone your entire life, but not know these things about them because you never think to ask these meaningful or deeper questions. And life really is about asking the right questions. It's interesting how it brings like a fresh perspective on your life and on these people. Lastly, I did a lot of amazing podcast interviews in April. If you haven't started listening to our podcast, The Lavendaire Lifestyle, definitely check it out because I'm doing interviews each week and they're so good. I had such good ones in April, and I feel like each time I do a podcast, sometimes I get really excited and like I become friends with these people that I have on as a guest. And it's a really great way for me to meet people and network with people that I admire, and I've just been really having a great time with that. Moving on, one thing I learned in April was how to really manage my time well. I told you that I was busy in April. I even made that video about how to make time for everything you want to do, and that was out of necessity because I needed to tap back into the scheduling everything in my calendar version of Aileen that has like times myself, like, okay, I give myself 1 hour to do this, 2 hours to do this, because I really needed to get a lot done in a given amount of time. Like I kind of brought back the productivity brain to do all that, but I know it's not sustainable and it's not my ideal way to operate. My ideal way to operate is waking up and having nothing in my schedule the entire day. Yes, it makes me not as productive, and yes, I can be lazy. You know, I can be like, oh, I don't feel like doing anything today. But I really need that balance and that openness in my life. But April was definitely a month of remembering all these like productivity, time management skills. One thing I'm proud of from the past month was my spring video that I made. So if you guys didn't see it, I'll post it here. I made a video on like self-care ideas to do in spring, fun things to do in spring. I hired a videographer, and this guy I used to work with like 10 years ago when I used to make videos for a food festival. So we've been friends for a decade basically. And it was just fun because I don't usually have someone else film my videos. I usually do everything myself, but you can tell the quality. I mean, it just looks so good. And the fact that I asked my cousin to be in the video, and she is really good at setting up cute picnics and making things look very beautiful and aesthetic. So we spent the whole day like at this nature area doing a picnic, shooting photos and videos, and that was really fun. Like I had so much fun that day just creating with my friends, and I'm really proud of the way that video came out. So sometimes, once in a while, I put my all into creating something and I'm really proud of it. It doesn't happen often. I would say maybe like 3 times a year or something. But I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know when there's something I'm really proud of. Usually it's like the launch videos that I'm proud of, and then a few other YouTube videos that I really put like extra effort into, but that was one of them. To improve for next month, I definitely need to plan a vacation for myself, take a step back, do less, declutter my house. I feel like I talked about that last month. I still didn't really fully do it yet. I maybe did a little bit, but I still feel very weighed down by the physical items I own in my home, and I just am due for a declutter. Moving on, my intention for May is to nurture myself, focus on self-care and decluttering as much as I can. I was considering if I should just go on like a weekend trip, a road trip with Togi, or should I just stay home and like clean the whole week, like block out my schedule just to like declutter, like plan it as if I'm not in town, but I'm really at home, just not working. So we'll see, but I definitely am craving a slower time after a crazy April. On that note, let me know how your April went. Was it crazy busy or was it very delightful? Did you enjoy spring, or is it still not warm enough in your area to enjoy spring fully? Let me know how you've been doing down below. I will see you in the next one. Until then, sending you so much love. Bye.